Annyeonghaseyo, and welcome to another Korean movie review on That 70s Rock Fan. Today I'm going to be reviewing what was, for me, the last movie of 2024 or the first movie of 2025, depending on your point of view, released in 2024 in South Korea, but not until January 3rd, 2025 in North America. Harbin is a South Korean biographical period drama film directed by Woo-min, and it focuses on the historical figure of Lieutenant General Ahn Jung-guen, a Korean independence activist. And it's set in 1909 after Korea was forced into becoming a Japanese colony.
아직 할 일이 남았기 때문에 왔어. 안중근.
쉽지 않을 겁니다.
대한제국을 유린하는 일본 늑대 우두머리. 늙은 늑대를 반드시 죽여 없애자고.
The movie follows Ann's mission to assassinate Ito Hirobumi, who was Japan's first prime minister, but was also the former resident general of Korea. So I would just like to point out, going forward, there will be spoilers for the remainder of this video. I will try to keep those to something of a minimum, because I'd like you to watch the movie. So Harbin serves as a real tribute to the sacrifices made by Korean independence fighters during the Japanese occupation. Obviously, there are dramatic liberties taken with the historical events portrayed in the movie, and it's full of themes of sacrifice, betrayal, redemption, and moral dilemmas faced by those in the resistance movement at the time. And indeed, a lot of commentary within the movie is around not forgetting the names of these fighters in 1909 who set out to assassinate Ito in order to further the cause of freeing Korea. The film begins with Ahn Jung-guen, played by Hyun, crossing a frozen river to meet with his fellow resistance fighters. And he's being challenged for his leadership at that time because of the events previously, which are then shown, of a really brutal battle between the independence fighters and a group of Japanese soldiers. And Ann's decision at the time to not assassinate or kill the Japanese prisoners of war, despite him knowing that that might come back to haunt him. So this causes a controversy and a split in the leadership of the Korean independence fighters, who, yes, they move forward with their plans, but obviously a great deal of distrust is introduced.
朝鮮という国は愚かな王と腐敗した時世たちが支配してきた国だが、国難のたびに変な力を発揮する。하얼빈에 새 줍시다. 할 수 있겠어.
저도 하얼빈으로 가겠습니다.
Now the movie it's a bleak and cold time, and so that is reflected very much in the style and visuals of the movie. It's visually striking in cinematography terms, but it particularly uses a lot of shadows and cold, wintry scenes because it's set in the winter in places like Harbin and Vladivostok and northern Korea. So it's very cold and bleak, and that suits the subject matter. In fact, it is a very dark movie in more ways than one, because that use of shadows means a lot of the movie is filmed in extreme darkness.
ahn Jung-guen 적에게 노출되면 지금 멈출 순 없습니다. 아무도 우리를 기억하지 못할 거야.
동지들의 목숨을 가벼이 여기지 마시오.
독립이 되겠어. 자네의 결정에 다른 동지들의 목숨이 달려 있어. 내 결정이 틀렸다고 생각하오.
Ahn is determined to lead his team despite their concerns over his actions to assassinate Ito, and takes that team, including Woo-duk's son, played by Park Jung-min, and Kim Sang-hyun, played by the excellent Jung-min, Woo-jin, through various dangers in order to gather the supplies and support needed to assassinate Ito in his final arrival in Harbin in Russian-controlled China. So there's a series of obstacles for the team to go through. There are ambushes, there are betrayals, there are constant threats from one of the Japanese who Ahn allowed to live in the battle at the beginning of the movie, Mori, who's now obsessed with capturing Ahn. And so that journey to Harbin, most of it, but a lot of it by train, is fraught with tension, espionage, and confrontations, particularly as they realize one of their group is a mole for the Japanese, either willingly or unwillingly. And then the film climaxes with the assassination at the railway station, and then the capture of Ahn, which he expected, and his subsequent execution. There is a post subplot to that involving the redemption of the mole in their team, and then obviously some of the remaining team members riding off to continue their struggle for freedom. It's a very absorbing movie, albeit a little bit hard to watch cinematography wise because of that darkness, but the cast, who are all excellent, show a lot of earnestness in this tribute to those fighters, many of whom knew they were sacrificing themselves at the time. And it certainly doesn't pull any punches with the bleakness, with the struggle, the hand-to-hand struggle of the battles, particularly the opening fight against the Japanese soldiers, the brutality of war, the grimness of it, and the grimness of the whole scenario. So not a movie with a lot of light relief, but certainly an earnest tribute to those Korean independence fighters. Great cast. There's a little cameo from Young Woo-sung, which is quite neat to watch out for a little relief amongst the earnestness. So yeah, Harbin, first movie of 2025 for me, first Korean movie of the year too. So certainly worth a watch whenever you get the chance to see it. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. So please, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, consider subscribing for more Korean entertainment reviews, and leave a comment underneath if you've seen the movie and want to tell us something about it. So anyway, until next time, stay well, and 안녕히 계세요.